Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Mollier. This is Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now on Twitter. Good morning, LaLa Land.
Right, and today's all about Thought Thursday. We're going to talk about how to get focused and stay focused. I know I need that. We're also going to talk to one mother who's turned her passion into money, and another couple who has transformed people's lives and puppies' lives right here in Los Angeles.
Good show planned.
We have a house full of very special guests and some little puppy love. Good morning to the studio. I'm so excited to welcome our bevy of angels this morning. We have Yoko. She is the creator of LA Adopt. Abigail Wald. She's finally saying yes, giving us a reason to say yes to the Yes Bar. Natalie, good morning, gorgeous. We saw her on The Bachelor in Australia. Now she's here in LA. Fit model ambassador, incredible. The Foster and her pups. Oh! And last but of course not least, the gentleman himself, Ryan Davis, creator of Fit for Outreach. Good morning to all of you. We're so excited that you're here today for #Thought Thursday.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Yes, cheers to that. Right? Just say yes. Wait, what is our hashtag, Abigail? Say yes.
Say yes. Just say yes. Yes to this.
Yes, so Thursday morning at Good Morning LaLa Land. So here on the show, we like to know what your morning routine is. So if each of you could just share like one little secret or tip you do to start your day off on the right foot.
Sure. Lately, and I can't say I always do this, but lately I've been having a lot of fun juicing a head of celery, for real. So first I get jumped on by my son, get some cuddles, then my other son comes, crawls into bed, and then if it's a good morning, I'm juicing some celery because that helps me.
That is so funny. This juicing celery sounds like a lot of fun. It actually really does. I'm very curious what this juicing
The juicing part's not so fun, and the drinking part isn't that tasty, but the feeling so great after is definitely worth it.
Oh, exactly. Just for the satisfaction of knowing I just drank a cup of celery for myself.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
And a lot of juice in celery.
Natalie, what's one secret to start your morning off?
My secret, and this probably isn't the greatest thing, but I know so many people do it, coffee. Coffee before anything else.
Coffee.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Maybe I'll add a little celery, but we'll see. We'll stick to the coffee.
Exactly.
Ryan, what do you do to start your day off right?
Of course, the gym.
Of course.
I'm going to box for my first round, then I train my clients, and then for round 2, I'll get my own workout in.
So do you have to work out with your clients, or do you just like coach them?
I do both. I'll coach them, and sometimes I'll take them aside. We have our days where we work out together, we'll box together, go running. So it's just, I get more, personal with my clients, and it seems to really help them.
Wow.
I need to incorporate that into my clients. Like when they act up, I'd be like 10 more squats, right?
Yeah.
Rob's over the phone.
Or if they show up late, yeah.
Like Ryan's approach.
Yoko, what's one way that you like to start your morning?
I say I start my morning routine definitely walking the dogs, getting them the exercise. So throughout the day, I know that their energy level will be good, and for me, I just wake up, start my dog walking.
Oh,
yeah.
Especially when you have love like that. Who's here with us this morning?
So today we have
Saori. My name is Saori, and then my morning start with them. Of course, like they want to go out for walk, so like take them for a walk for a little bit, and then let them have breakfast. Before us, but of course. That is my morning routine.
So we have mocha and chocolate.
Mocha and chocolate?
Yes.
And one's blind, right? The other.
Yes, mocha is actually 100% blind, and they're bonded. And yep, they're always together.
Yeah, they're sleeping together, and they're always praying together. Like they cannot leave,
Each other's side.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
Hilarious. We have a mocha chocolate, a Yes Bar flavor.
Okay, there it is.
Don't tell the puppies.
The theme of the show has now become mocha chocolate. Thank you, thank you. All of that said, we're so excited to get to talk to more of each of you later in the show.
Oh, so many amazing,
Thank you for being
amazing
here.
spirits,
Yes.
right? Oh, so what's going on, you guys? Another overcast day in Los Angeles. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely ready for some springtime.
I love spring. I moved to LA because of the sunshine, but I realized I'm gotta bring it with me a little bit. You know, sometimes you gotta bring it with you.
Rob has only been here for a couple months. He's new to Los Angeles, and I keep telling him, I'm like, this is a bad representation. He's like, Lillian, I'm not feeling LA. I'm like, this isn't LA. I swear to you, like something is very off. But I think it's kind of nice, the clouds.
Right, yeah.
It is. It takes the guilt out of like working.
Right.
I know that for me.
Yes, there is this funny thing with LA because it's always nice outside, so you feel like you should be out, you should be enjoying your life, walking around, hiking Runyon Canyon, but instead you're like sitting here on your computer or on your Instagram, go outside. But it is a funny thing, right? That guilt and shame around not embracing life in the moment.
Yeah, it's true. Like I realized, and we'd always joke in Miami and say, "Oh my gosh, nobody here ever works because it's always sunny and always beautiful. It would rain now and then." But I realized that was largely, or at least partly true. So I do like, I like when it's not necessarily sunny here because you're right, it takes the guilt out of it.
Love both your outfits, by the way, today.
Thank you. We love the color.
Thanks.
Always
I'm actually
beautiful.
loving all my new bracelets. I just want to give a shout out to everyone, which is kind of funny. I actually have a little story around the bracelets because I think it was probably 2 months ago, I'm assuming. Do you remember there was a restaurant in Beverly Hills and we all met up. We kind of had like a drink / meeting with Karma Coins, and Nick, the owner of Karma Coins, was there, and he was like, I had these 5 bracelets on. I had made them, they were beads, and he goes, those are so cool, give me one of those. And I thought, well, this is all about karma, and karma is all about giving good deeds away with these Karma Coins. So I thought, take them all. I just had this like moment of like, take all of them. I thought, he'll wear them or he'll give them to somebody or whatever it was, and I kind of went, oh, I like those bracelets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, universe, you got this handled. I know that if they're supposed to be mine or something else or whatever, then I know there's like a vacuum that happens in this universe. So lo and behold, over the next couple months, Rob gave me this great bracelet by intention.org called
My Intent.
My Intent, sorry. .org. I never get names and people write, trust me, it's like not my story. And then we have wish beads that came on yesterday. We also have the one that had the rubber band for the hair around it.
Coley Collective.
That's right. And then these, I had a couple things.
What's incredible is that they're all matching.
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
But
Awesome golden.
I think the takeaway is to let things go. If there's things that are, the world's calling you to let things go, or there's kind of some, effort or something that's angst around something, let it go and know that the universe has, going to reflect it back in whatever way it's supposed to.
I let my jade roller go and it came back. So that's proof positive right there.
It's interesting though, because a lot of people also do comment on your style, Rob, and you always have some really great bracelets that you wear. Is there a story or a reason to what you're wearing?
Mostly I just like the colors, but I look for them everywhere. I do actually appreciate ones that have some kind of spiritual significance. But generally, if something calls me, I just feel like that's the sign in of itself. But I appreciate that. We're loving that outfit again, Jeslyn.
Thank you.
Rochelle is just crushing
Roderick. Love her, my style angel. I'm having so much fun waking up and getting dressed this morning. But it is funny about the bracelet thing that you mentioned, because now I wear My Intent right here on my left hand. A very special gift from Rob, and my word is thrive for the year. And then on the other hand, I have another bracelet gift.
Love that one.
The Leisureletics box by Robbie Hayes, right? And it's really cool, and it's fun to be able to not only accessorize yourself, but accessorize yourself with purpose and intention, and especially when they're gifts.
Yes.
It's really special.
So the
You
theme.
should stand up and show the side, because the stripe that goes down the side of the pants is the best part of those pants.
Yes, it is
I don't know if
the
you can
best part of
see,
these pants.
but they're on point. Let's just get it
You got like a racing
Right
stripe,
there.
Jess.
Yes, I do. Ready,
Fast and
set,
furious.
go.
And I will say, these the bracelets you guys have, it does give new meaning to like wearing your heart on your sleeve, doesn't it? Because they're all gifts.
I love bracelets. I almost knocked the other ones off. Our executive producer was like, take off your bracelets. We're in the audio, so sorry for the audio at the very beginning. That was my fault, my love of bracelets. But I am so excited because I want to share a little breakfast with you today. So we introduced her earlier in the show. Ms. Abigail Wald created the Yes Bar. Looks like a cookie, tastes like a cookie, without the guilt of the cookie. We can just say yes. And what's great about this, it's free of GMOs, no dairy, no gluten, no corn, and no soy.
My mantra is say yes to new adventures, so I'm saying yes.
Yes, let's open it up. Also, we want to say yes to a very special invite we got from our neighbors here on Beverly Boulevard. The Art Angels is opening up a very new, fun exhibit tonight. Every month, they have got some of the coolest, like sexiest exhibits in town. I mean, the owners are two gorgeous girls, and the new exhibit is David Yarrow. He's an incredible,
amazing. You guys have to check it out.
Incredible photographer.
Right?
It's opening tonight at 7 p.m. It is an invite-only thing, but I'm sure if you walk by, say hello, you can peek in the windows. It's really something spectacular to see. He's created this collection of the most exquisite depictions of Earth and humanity, right? And it's deep and it's raw and it's sexy. It's so cool.
It's a great selfie spot, I have to admit. I was like, hey, let's go to Artie and take the pictures out front.
Right. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Heal Documentary. They're having an event this Saturday night where Michael Malura is actually playing the actual music that he did the soundtrack for it, and they're bringing the whole crew together to show it. I don't have it off the top of my head where it is, but if you're interested, I'm sure you can go to Heal Documentary. I'm sure it'll be on there, or you can always DM me at drerin.tv and I'll find out that information for you.
Shout out to Kelly Gores.
Yes,
right.
We're full of shout outs here at Focus TV and Good Morning LaLa Land because we are #community powered. This is all about supporting the people who support us and giving back and reaching out. So I want to give another special shout out to our friend, former guest Victoria Fratz. She is premiering her new film. She was one of the co-writers, producers, and our director, friend of mine, Erin Fradkin, Electric Love, all about online dating. I'm so proud of them. You know, they were neighbors of mine, and it's so incredible to be able to witness people working so hard and making their dreams a reality here in LA. It's really special.
So excited to hear about all of our guest dreams as well. So let's take a little break. When we come back, we're actually going to talk about how to get focused and stay focused. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Hear from Focus. That's right. More on Good Morning LaLa Land. It was a hot week in La La Land. I'm Jasmine Moye, co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land with our associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone, and we're here to tell you all about it. On Monday, we welcomed Robbie Hayes to the studio. You've seen him on The Bachelorette, and he has a new company, Leisureletics.
What? Hot.
Tuesday, we welcomed Sean Kushner, aka Kush. Wednesday, we celebrated with Annalyn McCord and Together One Heart, freeing women from slavery. We had Focus TV family in Sassoon in-house.
Namaste all day. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in La La Land. I'm Victoria Simone. Jez. Bye.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to This Week in Focus. My name is Victoria Simone, producer here at Focus TV Network, America's first live streaming daily talk show network. And today I have my girl helping me out,
Jasmine Moye, co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land.
So last week on the Focus TV Network, we shot Reshape with Ali Landry.
And special guest, Ross Matthews.
We had the Alyssa Goodman show.
With the original Iron Chef herself, Kat Cora.
What? I'm so excited to announce our newest show, The Lisa Torres Show, Jeslyn, who was on Good Morning LaLa Land.
We had a great week full of guests, including Robbie Hayes from The Bachelorette.
Hot!
Annalyn McCord celebrating Together One Heart, and In Sassoon, beauty and wellness advocate.
Can I say triple hot? Thank you guys for tuning in to This Week in Focus. Jez, thanks for helping me out. Bye.
Hang on.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I know everything. That's all we could say with all the freaking lists that you gave me. Soul Reboot with Allison Charles. And I was supposed to say Ross Matthews. Fuck, I forgot. Jeslyn's so mad at me now.
no, I don't care.
Russian cabbage.
Trust, then verify.
Yes. You keep doing that. The Lisa Torres Show with, do I say Lisa Torres? Okay.
Awkward. Okay.
Is it helping? You okay with this music in the background?
No.
All right, how long are we doing this game? That is definitely not going in the blooper roll. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show. We have a bevy of beautiful guests today, honoring #Thought Thursday. Good morning, back in the studio. We have LA Adopt, Fit for Age, creator of the Yes Bar. We're talking about staying focused in this segment. So I'm wondering if each of you could just give us one little secret you do to stay focused and tell us, what are you focused on right now? Natalie, let's start with you.
I think I'm just focused on making my life better and trying to do my bit for the universe. And one of the ways that I do that is I actually say yes to everything. Opportunities come your way, and I figured out that the more you say yes, the more opportunities the universe gives you. So that's what I do.
Amen, sister.
Is that you back there?
I'm looking at my brunette twin right now. Like, that is so neat. I say yes to everything. I accept all challenges, almost to the point where I like overextend myself. But I'm so excited about the opportunities around us that I just say yes.
But it's amazing what the universe will give you once you start doing that.
Exactly, like this cookie. I want to say that right now, Abigail. What are you focused on, and what is your key to staying focused?
I actually do also focus on finding the yes amidst the no's. So I feel like there's always challenges in life, and I actually really enjoy figuring out sort of the way around them, under them, over them, through them. That's kind of my passion in life, and like helping other people do that, like helping people realize that that challenges are truly just opportunities. And I know people say that, but it's really a deep, deep truth. And when you can help other people find that yes, when you can find that yes, I don't know, it's just very special. So that's my whole life, is helping parents do that, helping families do that, helping people do that with their nutrition. That's just everything I do.
If all that takes is a cup of celery juice.
We're all in.
Yoko, what about you?
I say what I focus on every day is advocating for our community, the shelter animals, shelter lives, trying to find a plan and, fosters, adopters in the community, getting involved with the community and really reaching out and making a difference in our Los Angeles city, because this is our home.
This is our home.
Yes.
We love LaLa Land. Ryan, what about you? What are you focusing on?
Right now, I'm just focusing on a lot of things, but mainly, the boot camps that we're about to announce, and give as much back to charities, the community, our partner LA Adopt, and veterans, homeless veterans as well.
The heart
Right now,
of
that's
our
my main
guest.
focus in life.
Right? Oh, I'm focused on all that puppy love back there. Look
That's
at that. She's just getting all that attention. Well, thank you all for being here. We're so excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Right.
Incredible. Couch full of love.
That's right. So today's all about Thought Thursday, and we want to talk about how to get focused and how to stay focused at Focus TV in West Hollywood. So I just want to say a story. So I remember years back, I was kind of like seeking, like, what's my purpose and calling, and what am I supposed to focus on, da, da, da. And as much as I love saying yes to everything in the universe right now, there was something that happened that really changed my life. And it was a mentor years back that said, you need to think about just tell me the list of things that you love in life, get it down to the basics. If you had to say, these are the core things that you really value and that you want to do in your life, what is that? Like, what areas do you like to do? So at that point in time, it was spirituality, of course, my family, dancing, and that was about it. Those were my three core things. And then they said, just let go of everything else. So if events came in, say thank you so much, but at this point in time, I'm booked or whatever. So all the events, all the people, all the things you're up to, all the energy that you're doing, you basically just say yes to the things that you love doing. And that way, you start to hone down your life, and you may not know exactly what the specific purpose and calling to the one thing out of those, but you begin to condense your life. And I remember at that point in time that I had been golfing as well, and it didn't fall into one of those circles. Like, I did it very, very infrequently, and so I gave my golf clubs away. I actually just went through my whole life, and I went, this is something I really love. Okay, not so much. And I got rid of pretty much everything that just wasn't serving what I really was passionate about. So, it really transformed my life.
It's
really
really
changed.
Interesting thing, Erin. Shout out to my Uncle Mike. He was like, there's one book I want you to read. There's one lesson I want to teach you, and it's the power of the positive no. Thank you, Uncle Mike, for teaching me that. Now, I never say no. I haven't learned that yet. I only say yes. But I do recognize the power in that now. And I am trying to embrace it because it's something so beautiful, because when you do release things that aren't serving the things you love. You make more room and more time for the things you love.
Absolutely.
That's
it's interesting.
powerful.
I just love it. I call that discipline, right? Right? Because lots of folks in my life, my family in particular, they always say, Rob, you're so disciplined. How are you so disciplined? And the truth is, I'm really not disciplined. I'm actually by nature, I feel very lazy. Like I'm a very lazy person. But I've noticed that.
So
like,
lazy that he gets up at 3:15 in the morning to work out.
I don't know who you're lying to right now.
But I'm completely committed to like feeling good. And so I try not to do anything if it's not fun or I can't make it fun. It's not those two things. I really try to get rid of it. And so you're right. I think it's easy to do things that you enjoy. You know, or you find ways to enjoy.
Well, and that's the reason why I'm not saying no. It's not because I didn't learn my lesson, Uncle Mike. It is because there's so many amazing opportunities, you know, like Natalie mentioned earlier, that I want to say yes to everything right now. I'm so grateful to be at a point in my life where it is a yes. It's 100% yes. All the way around, right down to breakfast in my yes bar. But it is true because you need to focus on things. And if you're distracted, you're not going to reach that final destination, or it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer to get there.
It's such a great point. And it's also true, and I love what one of the guests was saying, is that, you know, on the other side of every yes is a no. And on the other side of every no is a yes. So when you say, oh, I'm not going out tonight, you've actually said yes to staying home. Yeah. So it's a question of how are you framing it?
Right? For sure. So I remember also at that point in time, on my bathroom mirror, I put those 3 circles, you know, the spirituality, family, and dancing. And every day I would begin my day by looking at that. So when things came across, or emails, or people called to say, hey, let's go do this, whatever, I would just remember, like, is this in my core things that I really want to expand in my life, the relationships in those areas of my life and things like that. And so it just helped to stay focused. So if you're having, you know, if you have angst around staying focused, you may consider, you know, you may not know what that one complete focus is of your purpose and calling. If you don't know that, just put down, you know, what you really care about, your values, and stay focused on
And
those.
if you do know that, reach out to us. Send us a DM. Put a message on Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. We want to know what you're focusing on and how we can do to contribute to that conversation.
Yeah, it's so true. It's such a good point. Please do that. And I just have to reflect that what you guys said. It's always so profound. I learned so many things doing this show. And I joke with clients all the time because they're just like, I'm so distracted and I can never focus, Rob. And I'm like, you know, if there's a beautiful woman that walks by, are you distracted then? You're like completely 100%, you know, or a great looking guy. I'm like, there are things that you're just naturally and organically focused on without effort. And if you can fill your life out with more of those things, you won't find yourself so distracted.
So true. So speaking of, let's get focused and take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to go to the back studio and learn about all these incredible, extraordinary guests we have. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So just say yes.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paprath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessa Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks for having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest, In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean,
Thank
we
you for
have
having me.
roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are live on hashtag Thought Thursday with a very special guest who has mastered conscious living, the creator of the Yes Bar, Ms. Abigail Wald. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And for giving me a breakfast I want to say yes to, right? Tell us a little bit about the origin of this.
Absolutely. So I have two boys, and when my second son was born, he had a lot of food intolerances, not quite allergies as much as sensitivities, and I just wound up having to pull out a lot of things from his diet, and ultimately we wound up like not eating any gluten, any dairy, any soy, any corn. We took out obviously any GMOs, and we just wound up eating really like purely and organically, and also just removing anything that would be inflammatory for his health. And what was fascinating was I found for me and my husband, we all did it together. Because I didn't want my youngest, and he was like 4 at the time, and I didn't want him to feel like left out or like he was different or something was wrong with him, you know? So we just ate like this, and my migraines went away and all sorts of other things, and I just kind of thought, wow, like this is interesting that food could have such an effect, right? Because I thought we were eating healthily before, but we were eating kind of like well, but not necessarily healthily,
So
if that makes
fascinating,
sense.
because I think that at some point in time, a lot of the common culture would think, oh, boy, he has allergies to food. That's too bad. That something's wrong with that. Instead, it's like, that's a huge blessing for everybody, right?
Yeah, it actually was. I mean, it didn't start off feeling that way. I will tell you, like the first day that I was like, I took it seriously, and I thought, you know what, I'm really gonna like see if nutrition can help here. I went through my kitchen, and my husband was like, well, what can I feed him? And I was like, you know, I just decided like that was it. We were fully cutting everything out. And I couldn't find anything in our kitchen to give him except for applesauce. Like, it was so weird. Like, everything had so much other stuff in it.
Right?
And I was just kind of so weirded out by that. And so it was the first time I was like really reading, really understanding. And I just kept saying applesauce. And my husband came back like 2 hours later, and he was like, okay, the boys are hungry. And I was just I was throwing everything out on the floor in my kitchen. And I was like, no, you know, kind of what you were talking about before. I was like, no, we don't eat this anymore. No, we don't eat this anymore. And he was like, this is all from Whole Foods. And I was like, I don't really care. We bought it. We're not eating it. And we just all did this just massive cleanse together. And the difference was astounding.
So what do you, I mean, we know you've created this cookie that it has, you know,
let's
great
try
vitamins.
it.
But what else? But what else do you eat? Like, I want to know what a day consists of for you.
Well, it was actually really hard and confusing when it was all about what I wasn't eating, and that was the thing. Was so at first we just were eating, like I would literally buy almonds from a farmer that I knew, right, at the market, and I knew how he had cultivated them and grown them. And then I would buy, I would culture that. I would milk it, my almonds, then I would culture the almond into yogurt.
All of this as a
I know, right?
mom.
And then I would buy fruit from the farmers that I knew, and then I would sort of stew that, and that was how we had like yogurt and fruit in the morning. And so that was exhausting, and it was really, really hard. And I realized, like, wait a minute, most people aren't going to be this nuts to like do this. Like, it's not sustainable.
It's
right?
not practical.
It's not practical. And so what I found was that I had to get really, really simple and just go down to like, well, what vegetables are we eating? And what fruits are we eating? And what protein are we eating? And once I started doing that, so then we were eating like a lot of like lentils and kale and like stirred eggs and grass-fed beef and, just a ton of vegetables and fruit, a lot of berries. And then at a certain point I realized like, well, what are we doing here? Because I'm like a real foodie. So I wanted to have stuff that tasted good because I didn't want it to just be like just healthy. Like that didn't interest me. And so at some point I was tired of all the things we were saying no to. And I went in my kitchen, and I remember my kids and my husband were playing, and I went in the kitchen and I was like, I am so tired of saying no. Like, I just need to say yes. Like, this is not a sad thing. Exactly what you're talking about. I was like, I'm tired of feeling like we're deprived. Like, we're the people in the corner all the time eating lentil and kales, and like, you guys get to eat whatever you want, but we don't, And I thought, this is crazy. Like, we're doing something good and positive. Like, this is healthy, it's happy, we're feeling better than we've ever felt. Like, I don't want my son coming home and crying like everybody else is eating cookies and I can't, and I'd be like, oh, I'll make you an almond butter cookie. He's like, I don't want your stupid almond butter cookie.
I'm going to say yes to a cookie.
So
it's so powerful,
They're
though,
really good.
when you do say yes and you do really enjoy it. I mean, this is delicious, by the way. It tastes fresh. There's so much flavor. As a foodie myself, I actually really enjoy eating this. And I'm a girl on the go completely. I start my day in the studio. I'm off to this coffee meeting, this event, and at least one of my meals a day is pretty much in my car, right? I eat out of my purse. So it's amazing to be able to have something that, one, is packaged adorably, two, I feel good about eating, and it's real food.
Yeah, it's 100% real food. Like, it's not adulterated in any way. I literally went in my kitchen that day and I was like, I'm going to pull out all the things I can say yes to, which was basically my whole kitchen at that point. So it was like nuts and seeds and flax and chia and almonds and macadamias and dark chocolate. And our chocolate is actually sweetened with coconut sugar. And I mean, just everything. There's no soy in our chocolate. Everything is super clean and pure. And I had like tart cherries and dried cranberries and just like all of this amazing stuff and put it all together. And I wasn't trying to make a bar. I was just trying to, like, I was like, I need something yummy. It's going to be really yummy. And that was it. And it just turned in, I made like this plate of them, and they were gone in like literally 2 minutes.
So what are the flavors you have in them?
So we have macadamia chocolate, we have strawberry coconut, black sesame sea salt, and mocha cayenne. And we actually, this is very exciting, we're actually changing our packaging, even though we do love this, but we're going to be white with, it's really beautiful and really bring the food forward. And then hand-drawn and just really beautiful. And then we're actually bringing on 2 new flavors, which are salted maple pecan and a dark chocolate chip. And those are going to be fully vegan, so no honey, because the rest of the line has honey. So those are going to be no honey.
All over those.
Yeah,
dark
so
chocolate chip.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I have a problem with dark
and the chocolate, I mean, we bring in our chocolate from Germany. Like, we have all our salt is like hand harvested in France. Like, every single ingredient is just super love. It never changed from what I made for my family. Like, literally, it's the same recipe.
But thank you so much for being a model and a leader to say, whatever you're faced with in life, this is actually a blessing. We don't know what it is always, but I mean, what a great transformation you did for this process.
Thank you. It was really meaningful, actually, for my life and for my family. It was a very special time to take something that actually felt pretty painful and isolating and to like turn it around into this just really special positivity. And I did not expect anyone else to ever eat these. And people have just loved them, and they grew and grew and grew. And I went into a store. I went into Erewhon. You guys know Erewhon in Los Angeles. And I went into Erewhon one day because I shop there all the time, and I was like, this is tasty. I make these things at home. And he was like, get that on the shelf. And I was like, really? Oh. And then the whole process of starting a company. I mean, that's the other piece of this, right? Yeah. Like I was an artist, and so I didn't think ever I would be in business. And I just thought, well, I want to share this with people. Like people aren't going to do this at home. Like that's nuts.
Too much work.
You know what I mean? Yes. And well, everybody should have access to this real food that's easy and portable, you know, like you were talking about. And I was like, I don't know how to start a company, so I would just call people randomly. And I was like, how do you package things? And I was like, and they were like, oh, you can't do that. And I was like, no, it's the Yes Bar. I can't do that.
No, that's so beautiful because it's so empowering as women who want to start our own businesses. And I'm in doing that for myself right now, to be able to just surround yourself with community that knows better than you. Even though if you don't have all the answers, call a friend that does, because that's what the geniuses do, right? Surround themselves with people that are smarter than them.
Yeah, you just ask. You literally can do pretty much anything. You
just say yes.
Yeah.
It's been said by the greatest prophets ever, so ask and you shall receive for sure. So thank you so much for taking your time, being an extraordinary mother, an extraordinary empowered woman, and just really proud of your work. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for the bars.
Yes, and where can people find? Yeah, where can people find the Yes Bar?
Absolutely. So we're on Amazon or also at theyesbar.com. We're also in 300 independent retailers across the country. So we're at Erewhon and Lassen's, but also at Dean and DeLuca, at Italy, and lots of other Juice Crafters, lots of other wonderful places.
And at my house.
And in my purse. Thank you so much,
to say
Abigail.
yes to your dreams, your passions, and whatever that is. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. I'm Jessamine Moyer, host of the Focus TV network show, LA Unscripted, and co-host of America's first live streaming talk show, Good Morning LaLa Land. This is the Focus magazine preview show in an exclusive sneak peek. Today, I have the privilege to announce the March 2018 issue of Focus magazine, and we're calling it the Influence issue, featuring amazing personalities making a difference in our local communities. On the cover, we have singer-songwriter and host of Chasing Glory podcast, Lillian Garcia. I had the extreme honor of both interviewing her and writing a feature for the magazine on Lillian. She's truly an influencer on so many levels. Joining her on the cover is my spiritual influencer and co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land, Dr. Erin Haskell. And with her is a true professor of influence, Amanda Russell. Also featured in this issue, we have the constructional chef, Scott Harris, executive chef from the Four Seasons Hotel right here in Beverly Hills, Byron Thomas, and two members of the Focus TV family and dynamic duo of lifestyle influence, Janet Gunn and Melissa Myers. Also in this issue, we feature Lauren Everts, the founder of the Skinny Confidential, hello gorgeous, and the candle makers Elise Fratto and Maylene Weber of Leone Candeli, which is of course right over there. And Cynthia Abby Naked, who I interviewed for my show LA Unscripted, and she is the founder of a great piece of functional jewelry from the Coley Collective. We also have a celebrity chef, Serena Poon, and her new product, Just Add Water, in a series of 4 mom influencers from our millennial mom herself, host Jenna Barnett. It's all influence, influence, influence in this issue of Focus magazine. Get your copy today on newsstands or online, and be sure to watch our companion video features as well, because we are the only magazine in the country providing a robust video complement to our print features. I'm Jessamine Moyer, coming to you from the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We're here with 2 of my favorite fitness experts who are giving back. They've created a new program called Fit for Outreach. We've got Ryan Davis and Natalie. How are you today?
Good. How are you? Good morning, you guys.
Good morning. We're so excited for this new initiative. Tell us a little bit about it.
Go ahead, ladies first.
Okay, so Ryan and I met, we'd both just moved to the city a few months ago. We connected on Instagram of all things, and we started talking, realized we had a lot of the same values. I do a lot of charity work back in Australia, and I was looking to give back while I was over here. I think I'm very lucky in life. I've got a roof over my head, food in my stomach, and I want to be able to do something that makes the world a better place. And Ryan was exactly the same, and we started talking, and Fit for Outreach kind of just came about.
Exactly.
Wow. So tell us what that is exactly.
So Fit for Outreach, I've been a trainer for about 5, going on 6 years now. I got my personal training certifications in the Marine Corps. So Fit for Outreach is charity boot camps. That we're
Wait, stop 1 second. You got your certification in
personal training.
Yes.
He's a Marine.
In the Marine
He's a
Corps.
Marine.
Wow,
They
you're
pay
like
for it.
badass here. We're not.
Look at his, you can see it. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Yeah, another trainer. Like this is the real deal.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
intense.
Right?
It's intense. I've trained
I
with
appreciate
him.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it like to train with him?
It's hardcore. He gives me things that I sit there and say, Ryan, no, I'm not going to be able to do this. And he goes, yes, you can. And you know what? I can. I absolutely can.
Okay.
If you can go through like Marine training, you know, I see a lot of people, then, I mean, you know, we're taught that the human body is capable of so much. So is your mind. And that's what transformed me literally into realizing that I can help other people. Yeah, so doing that. And so with the Fit for Outreach, as Natalie said, it's charitable boot camps with our partner LA Adopt to help with abused, you know, sheltered animals, as well as veterans and the community as well. So,
Wonderful.
and one thing that I noticed about LA is there's so many organizations here that like to help out their city. So no other city that I've lived in do they have, you know, charities, other charities, and other charities. So it's really great, you know, to get involved here.
Yeah. They say that you can measure culture by how they take care of their animals. And I think that LA, we are really exceptional. It's like people like their children, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was Gandhi that said that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was Gandhi that said that. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good person to quote.
Yeah,
but that's pretty well.
The Marine is just mic dropping right now.
I just say I think that's really great. Then that is true. And so with animals, I see how therapeutic they are with, you know, veterans going to hospitals and, you know, things of that nature. And I've always had a connection with them. And right now I'm in a veterinary technician program. Right now, so that's, you know, combining those skills as well to help out with our partner LA Adopt, working with Natalie.
Wow. So how you take it separate practices, I'm assuming, and then
Yeah, so I was, my love for fitness has always existed, and I was a dance teacher back home. So Ryan and I have very different sort of strengths, I guess. He gets me stronger, leaner, all of that. I'm teaching him to stretch. That's that's one of the things that we kind of do together.
Right.
But I had, I've always spoken up for people or beings that don't have a voice. And so back home I was working with palm oil investigations. It's all about the rainforests in Borneo, the orangutans, the elephants, all of that. Wanting to do something over here, and I wanted to find a great charity that did really good things. And LA Adopt go out and save these dogs and cats that are so close to being euthanized, and Yoko goes in there and gets them out. And so when Ryan and I were talking and that came about, we were like, okay, fitness, we both want to do this, how do we make it work? And the boot camps are what we came up with.
So I am terrified by the word boot camp.
Okay.
Yeah,
all the time.
I look at you and I think there's no way I will survive a boot camp.
Oh no, you will. If I
with
did, you will.
I don't know. So what do you do with these boot camps?
Okay, so a
really
professional personal trainer will assess your ability and make you stronger from there. Okay, a lot of people get intimidated working with personal trainers, think that they can't keep up. They'll feel embarrassed, feel like we're judging them and everything. We go by your strengths and we just make you stronger, is what we do. With the boot camps, people partner up. They do ab work together. We'll have, you know, tug of war, team races, sprints, kettlebells, different sections that they can go to, and things like that. So just more, the most important thing is just have fun with it. You know, something that's healthy and having fun.
Just bring extra coffee and more yes.
Exactly. Yes.
I think that you know, witnessing people that have been through training through the Army or Navy or any of that, there's something that you guys have that I feel like the rest of the world, some people have very few, because I feel like the training and going through those walls mentally, physically, and whatever puts you guys at a complete advantage in all of life. Like you become literally unstoppable. And it's something that I feel like we all could use like a boot camp. Seriously, we should have all gone through that training just to go through those walls And don't you agree? Like in
well, I feel like we're in two boot camps.
psychology?
We're in Andy's night okay, for like becoming instant entrepreneurs, and the second one is this program itself. But you're absolutely right about that. And it's one of the things that I definitely have to say I've always loved about Marines. And part of it, of course, is the training, but it's also something about you that self-selected to be in the Marines.
Thank you.
Right? So what was it that led you to want to be in the Marines and do this? You're obviously a giver. And
You just said it. When I was in high school, I was in a Big Brothers program. I mentored at-risk kids, go to high schools, and we would have special needs kids. And it was really sad. They'd get picked on and teased sometimes. And me and my friends, would stick up for them. And then all of a sudden they come the next day at school, like, you're their best friend. They're so hilarious and everything. And so just kind of didn't know, really what to do afterwards after high school. And then, I heard about the Marines and what they were doing, overseas and stuff. So I was, signing me up. But I never got the privilege to deploy, but it was still, I wanted to go, and help out.
What do you think was the biggest lesson you learned about yourself through that process?
Man, how important teamwork is, the brotherhood, and what I'm capable of.
And what an incredible opportunity for you now to be able to teach that.
It's a really great feeling. It's getting to reach out to people, and when you help somebody and you transform them, it's the best feeling in the world. That's really cool.
So where can people find you if they want to go to any of your boot camps?
I think Instagram's probably the best thing. There's always videos of Ryan and I training together, and if you see them, there's so much laughing during that. So if you find Ryan to lift and diet in LA.
To lift and diet in LA.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Love
I appreciate it. Yeah. It's not just lifting. Thank you. It's not just lifting weights. It's lifting the community, and lifting people as well.
Wow.
So yeah, thank you. So that's where I got the To Lift and Diet in LA.
I love that.
Thank you.
And yours?
Mine is Natalie Sady. So Sadie's spelled S-A-D-Y because everybody spells it differently. So find me there and you'll see Ryan and I doing lots of fun things. And the other thing is, if you're afraid of boot camps, the beauty of ours is they're one-offs. So we're doing 2 a month, 2nd and 4th Sunday of every month. So it's a great way to come down, have a go, but not have to commit to 8 weeks or 12 weeks of training, which is normally what happens with boot camp. So
you just kick our ass in one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And it gives back to LA Adopted.
And they're starting at the Park La Brea area, in the park there on the first, of course, Saturday of each Sunday. So
great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you both so much for being here and for giving back. When we come back, we're going to have a very special interview with LA Adopted 2 really cute puppies. You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned. Mocha and chocolate, need I say more? We are back on Good Morning LaLa Land, live from Los Angeles, with Yoko and LA Adopt and 2 of the cutest puppies ever. It just warms my heart. Animals are so good, right?
Oh yeah, and we just actually got them not too long ago. I want to say about 2 to 3 weeks ago. They came from a situation where they were used for breeding. And I do want to bring this important awareness out because the condition they came from was horrendous. And actually the owner passed away and the family decided that they were no longer needed and they should be euthanized.
And that's where we came in. And Saori-san, you know, she actually reached out to foster. And we knew she was looking for a small dog. And so how we do things is look for fosters, see what they're looking for, and then match either the shelter dog or a homeless dog with that individual. So we knew Saori-san wanted a Chihuahua. And when we heard about these two, and then she knew they were bonded, of course, without hesitation, she immediately said, I'll foster.
It's such a beautiful thing when you mention that these puppies are bonded. What exactly does that mean?
Actually, like they cannot separate each other. Like, you know, they always sleep together, eat together, play together. Yeah.
It's
and
like
everything together.
Yeah, everything together. And then, like, you know, like when I put, for example, like put Mocha somewhere else, like she's so afraid. Like he's so afraid of, like, oh my God, like where's Mocha? And then vice versa, you know. So always they want to stay together, and I could feel like their bond, you know. So that's why.
So what happens? Like, tell us, like, how do you get these calls? How do people know? Obviously, they just reach out and they say there's this terrible situation. Can you come check it out?
So power of social media, it really is. And you know, I use every platform, every social media, 100% for animals, and we just get notified. And I just know, you know, the ones that are saved, we move on, thank God. The ones that are not the urgent ones, the ones that are gonna die. Like, really, are these dogs really gonna die? Because we're gonna take them.
Right.
And you know, without fosters, it's not even possible. And this is how people could help every day, save lives with rescue organizations by fostering. Because without fosters, they simply don't have a place to go, you know?
Right.
And because of foster home, and hopefully maybe in the future, might be a foster fail.
Yeah.
We love foster fails.
So they were using these two to breed together? Is that what they were doing?
Not necessarily these two, but there were 3 total actually that came together. One was just adopted this week, and oh yeah, thankfully. All individually separate, but it did come from a breeder background. And
I'm wondering, animals always had a deep place in your heart?
Yes.
Did you always have pets growing up? Were they part of your childhood?
Always had pets, but really what influenced the rescue world would be 5 years ago, I came across an animal that I found underneath a vehicle. And I just didn't have the resource. I didn't know. For me, I thought, I'm going to call animal control, and animals go to the shelter, and we're going to get her out, you know? The story actually was worse because as animal control come, there was a trash can. We found her deceased brother literally in the trash can. And animal control came, and I was like, hey, like follow up. So basically when animals are found as a stray, they have a hold. They're not available right away. They told me, come back in 4 days and you could get her. I said, okay, if the owner claimed. Well, the day I went there, she was euthanized. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And you know, honestly, that was the day that forever changed my life because I felt like I didn't have a resource, I didn't have answers. And I thought, hey, shelter was supposed to be safe. What community can I reach out to? So then, honestly, it was that moment that I wanted answers. I wanted, something, how can we make it better? Is this how it works? Is this how our animal shelter is? I thought you told me she was available. So I started volunteering with rescue organizations, like Ryan mentioned. There's so many rescue organizations in Los Angeles. And just start off by volunteer. I even just started walking the dogs. Let me get to know how this whole thing works, Start working for volunteering, for rescue organizations, then going to a shelter as a group, so it's not so scary. I don't know if you guys ever been to one, but it's very...
it's intimidating.
It really is. It really is. To pick one out of like 500, you know what I mean? You really have to have your heart prepared and know that, okay, which ones are going to be euthanized? Let's start with that. Right. And when people are looking to adopt, I feel like they do have an option what they're looking for, but at the end, the rescues will always find you.
Wow. Are there any laws against breeding? Because I know that this is it's an ongoing issue, right?
California just passed, thankfully, all pet stores must be from a rescue organization.
What?
Yeah, literally, Los Angeles, I know, California.
That's so great.
I know. It's like, seriously, this is our city, and I can't be more proud that whole California, all pet stores must be from rescue organization. And if it's not, I highly suggest to report it. Because, considering the backgrounds of where they came from, it's like basically what you're supporting this. And that you're saying it's okay what they've been through. And it's okay if they choose to euthanize when they were no longer needed. By by purchasing at a store, or you know.
We support you in all that you do.
Oh, thank you.
So much for being here today. When we come back, we're going to have a quick final segment with all of our guests. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Let's bring everybody back. It's
live from Los Angeles. Good morning, La La Land. We're so thrilled to have these angels, literally angels, on our sofa today. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure, where can people get involved or find a pet, adopt a pet, foster, do whatever happens?
That would be wonderful. I say also Instagram, LA Adopt. We always share the rescue story. We share the ones that need a home. And also when they get rescued, we will update a freedom video. Oh. And that moment is everything.
Awesome.
You know?
And they can also donate money, right? So if
yes,
they don't have
absolutely.
time,
We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization if you'd like to donate so we can continue to do what we do. But also dogs and cats as well. All animals, all breeds.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that
yeah.
so much.
Oh,
it's all breeds.
thank you, Ryan, for bringing It is the power of social media.
Thanks.
Yes. He reached out to me on Instagram and he said, you know, we're so excited. This is what Natalie and I are doing and we're partnering with LA Adopt. Would you have us on the show? And I said, absolutely, let's do this. And you even did one better and you brought puppies.
We want to
Thanks for letting us bring them also.
Yeah. It's all about the awareness and Los Angeles making a difference as a community.
Absolutely.
And that change really starts with us. If we all realize the power we have one person, how much change we can make just one person, it's you know, it changes the world. It really does.
Just say yes.
Yes! To everything, to rescue, to foster.
Absolutely.
We're so excited about that message here too, because really we're all about empowering and empowered women, like leading this, but also about men empowering women. And I gotta say,
I appreciate it.
That's so true, you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because in the celebrity world, people look out there at La La Land, they see a lot of gossip, a lot of insanity with the celebrities, and we want to really showcase the amazing things that happen in this town too. And I don't think it's just for Los Angeles, but anyone out there doing positivity, you know, bringing goodness to the world and transforming, you know, things that are difficult into greatness for the world. So thank you so much for your time, you guys.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
Thank you for having us. Absolutely. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now on Twitter. It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land. Just say yes.
Thank you.